on today's show, I have what I consider another one of our elite trappers, and I'm joining Phil Brown on his Western Bobcat line. And if you don't know who Phil is, you will soon, but he's a phenomenal trapper and has taken huge numbers of critters throughout his 40-plus years of trapping. So sit back and enjoy the show.
These bloodshot eyes of knowledge, too proud to ever behold the all that is this and nothingness out on the bad river road, out on the bad river road.
I never caught a cat here, but I think at some point I will. Red fox I caught the last check. That surprised me.
What blows my mind you caught a red fox?
Oh, I caught 4 of them so far. And I got 2 sets down there. I usually pop a coyote or 2 down there, but mostly I catch them up. I set them because I'm thinking cats. I got something. Look at that! Look at that! What did I just tell you? Obvious son of a gun. That's a nice sized cat for around here. Uh-oh. Can't be battery. No, battery's good. All right, you get to have take a little, so I keep looking down there for animals. How did I make this set? I forget. The only thing is, I can't remember which way I had my dirt hole, but I think it was this way.
You suppose that cat was walking on the road?
Could have been. Could have come up from there. I used to have sets down in there. It's a nice trail, but there's the old bait. That's Casper's bait. Casper's bait was some very good stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's early in the season, but you've got quite a few cats so far. And they've been coming in coyote sets like this, but when you set these, you know you have a decent chance at a cat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I like to be here when the rut happens. I got full lines out. Ay, ay, ay.
When will that happen, Phil?
I think I would be here in January. Anyway, used to be like beginning of February. It seemed like when the real rut was going on, but I think it's a lot longer. And each individual, I've caught. Everybody says after Christmas for foxes at home. I've caught individual females that had little ones in them beginning in November. And wonder how that makes changes in the population of who's running where when you got that hormone running around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty too.
Yes.
That's a nice sized cat around here.
Wiebe Trapline Adventures is brought to you by F&T Fur Harvesters Trading Post. Everything you need for trapping and hunting. By Dakota Line Snares and Trapping Products. Snares loaded for speed. And by Wiebe Fleshing and Skinning Knives. We are wicked sharp. We are Wiebe.
In the 40+ years that Phil Brown has been a long liner, trapping hard, traveling the country, knocking down tens of thousands of critters, he has never sold one thing. Never sold baits, lures, tips, lessons, never. But while he was traveling the country, he's always taken pictures and videos. And he never looked at the videos. He just stored the memory cards away in his safe. And so recently he had somebody go through them all. He hired somebody to do this. And you can now see a lot of Phil's adventures. This is between 5 and 6 hours. And him and his dog, Hank, are just knocking down the critters. There's fox trapping. There's bobcat trapping. There's his trip to South Dakota to trap muskrats. And it's going to be sure to entertain you, but you're going to pick up a lot of things, even though it's not an instructional DVD.
So I've caught, everybody says after Christmas for foxes at home. I've caught individual females that had little ones in them beginning in November. And I wonder how that makes changes in the population of who's running where when you got that full moon running around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty too.
Yes.
That's a nice sized cat for around here. Oh, I love it.
Good to be alive, huh, Phil?
Huh?
Feels good to be alive.
Yes, it is. All right, we're going to drive down just 50 yards. And then I'm going to park here on the way out, and I'm going to run down there. You know, you're not as bad luck as I thought you were.
Oh, that's very kind of you. It looks catty up here, Phil.
It is. I caught a couple cats up here last trip. Man, I mean the other year I was up here. A long walk. I'm figuring I might get surprised sometime, and that's a lion. That's a big cat.
Yeah. Ooh, all right. Oh, there he is. Okay.
There's a snake, he'd bite you.
There he is.
Okay.
All right. That's awesome.
Not a real big one.
This is the Black Dog hammer. And it's made of really high-grade steel. It's made about 10 miles from our shop, and our engineer designed it, and it's guaranteed for life. And the handle is round up here, so when you dig with it, it fits your hand real nice. You can pound on it if you want, and it's got a nice sharp bevel here, and I really like it. It's not that I need a trowel that much, but I do like it. And sometimes I use a drill to make my holes, but this one I use this, and it just makes a really nice little hole there.
$3.09.
Well, that was worth the hike up here, Phil.
Yeah. But it's a bummer when you hike up here and you ain't got nothing.
Twice.
That's a stock number 2. No special, nothing on it. I have to be creative on this. There it is. There's the bait.
Did you have a flag here, Phil?
Yeah, he tore it down.
Okay.
Wiebe Trapline Adventures is brought to you by Hoosier Trapper Supply, offering top quality hunting and trapping products of the highest quality at a competitive price. By Southern Snares Trapping Supply, our customer success is our top priority. And by Mark Steck Animal Lures, top quality baits and lures with proven performance.
I have yet to see you make a walkthrough set.
I'm supposed to be coyote trapping.
So when you are really focusing on cats, do you use a walkthrough?
I have. And even then put a little dirt hole.
Yeah.
Stop them and focus them. But now everybody tells me you don't catch many cats in dirt holes, so I gotta, you know how I am, I gotta catch a bunch of them in dirt holes. You know, I'm one of them guys that do it all wrong. Always have. It's kind of neat to have that too. I like that. I do it all wrong.
And so I'm assuming that this cat was walking this trail. That's right, kind of, there's a ridge here on the hillside.
Yeah, that's my assumption. That's why I made it here. This trail kind of winds around. Deer tracks on, a couple coyote tracks, you know. But that's an assumption, because we don't really know. Because the son of a gun, we didn't get to watch him get caught. But that's how most of us, I think, trappers kind of operate, you know.
Well, you see enough. You get educated in light snows.
I used this flagging. I was trapping in a dry wash a couple 100 miles from here. I was following these cat tracks heading towards Masset, but he was a ways from it. But he made an abrupt 90. Whether he smelled the lure and the wind was blowing right, or he seen the flag, he was just going on the top of the wash, winding down. I was watching. I think he's going to be in my set. Boom, he was. But I followed the tracks and it made a 90 right to the set. He jumped down. I still don't know if it's the flagging or the lure. I don't know. You know, but I think that's what I keep saying. If you do it 40 years, which I've not been cat trapping 40 years, I don't know what the guys have been doing 40 years. I don't know what they know. But the fox trapping, I've been doing it so long. There's just stuff over the years I've seen that makes sense now. You know what I mean? That most guys don't pick up on just because they haven't seen it enough. It didn't click. You know? I think what I might do, I'm going to put a backing, which I don't usually worry about, but I just don't want them prancing on top. I've had cats do that a lot. There'll be another one here. I'm pretty sure of it.
And the one interesting thing about you is you've never marketed anything in the trapping industry. You've just been a trapper.
Not until recently.
Yeah, and on this video we'll talk about Phil's his video and where you can get it, but you've never sold lure or bait or lessons or nothing.
No. I've been offered up to $2,500 to ride with me. I turned it down. I don't know why either.
Well, it's because you're rich.
I wasn't then. I wasn't rich then. That was years ago. You know, I don't know. But it's all right. I did all right. Okay.
This right here, you sitting there, that cat there. Oh gosh, it's mid 40s. That's being rich, right there.
It is.
That's being rich. You're
That's a nice
very
belly.
very wealthy in terms of how you live. Now, I don't think I've seen this concept before either, Phil.
I've done it a lot. That's just my flagpole. Cat sitting up there. He's going to see this. This is a natural down too, I think. Cats will run this. They'll smell it over there. From over there, he might see it. You know what I mean? If you're going to use a flag, use it effectively. You know. Now I just gotta make a set that they can't miss.
Just based on gut feeling,
A lot of it.
how far do you think a flag can bring a cat in?
I don't know. I listened to some other guys that know more than me. They say a cat will sit up there for a couple days and keep looking at that. After a while, he just gets the best of him. He comes down. You know what? I can believe that. I really can.
Wiebe Trapline Adventures is brought to you by Cold Creek Trapping Products, serious trapping gear for the serious trapper. By FurTeckerTV.com, the absolute best collection of trapping videos available streaming online. And by Naturally Bob Sportsman's Pet Shampoo. Naturally encapsulates the absolute worst odors in the outdoors, leaving your pet scent-free.
I don't know a whole lot of cat trappers that I know real well, you know what I mean? I just don't, you know? I'm from Pennsylvania. I mean, half the time we didn't even have a cat season. Until more recently, it ain't that much, you know, of a season, but at least we got one now.
Yeah, there's no doubt that in areas with good cats, there's a few guys that have made livings off of cats.
Oh, yeah. You can see that bait right down the hole, I think. So you take ourself like this, and you get yourself with a little bit of roots on it. You don't block the hole, but you put lines up through it that they gotta kind of look in. And me, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I started doing that. I like doing that. You just can't look down in the hole from a distance. You kind of got to get up and look in that grass. You know what I'm saying? And then you dump a little bit on it. Mark it on your GPS. And there we are. We're at 6,100 feet. It's a bobcat. Right there. I caught it. See it?
I can't see it.
Right there.
He's sitting so darn still. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Wow. Huh.
So Phil is making his standard step down set, and he uses that on fox, coyotes, bobcats, and so he doesn't bed the trap real well because he doesn't have to. It's typically just one step. Now he throws a little peat over it, no pan cover. That's dried peat, by the way. And watch how he blocks this set. And I've learned this over the last 2-3 years just by filming other trappers, some really good trappers. I didn't know you could block coyotes this easily. You know, I always thought it would scare them off. It would cause them to refuse it. He blocks it real heavy. He wants them to make one step. And of course, Phil, he's caught over 1,000 fox, 8 different seasons. He's caught well over 20,000 fox in his life. Piles of coyotes. In fact, you'll see his hat here in a second, but it says National Coyote Trapping Contest. He won it 3 out of the 4 years he entered. And they don't hold it anymore. But he's real proud of that. Him and his wife were partners.
Oh my. Need to warm that lure up in my pocket.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's not real big.
Well, I've got a pretty good gig going here. I get to ride along with some of the country's best trappers ever. And in this case it was Phil, and we were at a high elevation, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. So until next time, peaceful waters. Cat 101.
There's 102 up there.
That's a nice setup, 16 foot, right?
Yeah, 16 by 8, I think.
The whole wide world's at your fingertips.
I mean, I bought it, but